This video chart presentation at International Stem Cell Corp. International Stem Cell is a bulletin board listed company trading our ticker ISCO. After a nice move from 39 cents up to 65 cents, stock pulled right back down to an old support level, even dipped below it, had a nice bounce off of that, but now it's sitting right back on that support level. So I think this is a chart to keep on radar for another move to come off of what's now a triple bottom. I don't believe we're going to get a lot from these indicators because of the volatility in these movements, and the most recent large movement has been downward. That, of course, has the MACD retracing, but over the short term, uptrend back towards zero, and on a little bit broader perspective, you can see continuously making higher lows, which is something that I always look for a long-term reversal. So coupling that with the support level keeps this on watch. Coming off a PPO ADX pinch, not getting a lot from the ADX right now. ADX itself and the positive and negative DI wrapped together right there around 19. Pretty neutral reading. Jake and money flow, 7 coming moving back downward. Pretty much to be expected with the fall off in price, but the 14 and 21 are still showing a little bit of upward movement, and of course a positive thing to see. Accumulation distribution holding a baseline, Jake and money flow trending back towards zero. That tells me that buying and selling pressure is trying to equalize. CCI on the pop it got, and of course it made a nice move. It's retraced. I just want to see it hold right around that zero line, continue to make higher lows, try to put together some sort of upward channel. Similarly with the full stow, bullish cross just happened, making a higher low. By no means a channel yet at this point, but when a chart's on a bottom, I'm just looking for hints of that bottom holding. Tricks also recently dropped a bullish cross and starting to slightly trend back towards zero. As we discussed so many times in videos, be looking for the RSIs to break and hold above 50. When charts are sitting on a bottom support, you're generally not going to see that RSI being over top of 50, especially when it fell off from 65 back down to around 37 cents. But I see the 7, 14, and 21 are all registering over top of 40, so it's not a bad position to try and continue some upward movement. Most importantly, what I'd be looking for, very bottom support right around 34 cents, but in the more near term, I'd be watching to see if this is going to hold 40 cents. It does pick up another support right here around 37, 39, 38. It does pick some support up in the interim before it would reach the true bottom of 34 cents. Right now, I just have my eyes peeled to see if it'll hold 40, because that level is consistently held now for about 6 months. I see the 2 bounces off of that level have been greater than 50%, and that would be the top end I'd be looking for again for this pattern to repeat itself. But as always, it has to start by moving through some near-term resistance points. And I'd identify that first one right there around 46. 50-day moving average, it's dynamic, it's coming down. It's just over top of that level, registering about a 48 right now. And it's a price point the candles haven't been able to close over in the last month. So I'd look for that to be the first area of resistance. I think it'll pick some more up kind of through this general 52 to 55 cent mark. I'd really look towards 55 before I look for it to try and take out some old highs around 68. Volume has dropped off some throughout May. You can see only 53,000 shares traded on Friday. Coming off a support level, I always look for a larger candle. I want to see some volume coming back into it, show some bullish sentiment to reinforce the support point. And just in general, I want to see a price per share having some gas and momentum behind it to try and take out a resistance level. In almost any chart, whether it's uptrending or downtrending, I try and find charts that are at what I call make or break points. With this chart trying to make a shift into some sort of bullishness, I think it's important for it in the near term to hold the support level and try and put together some immediate upward pressure. And for those reasons, I think ISCO is worth keeping on radar this week to see how it performs. But as always, it's merely my interpretation of the International Stem Cell Corp chart. Thank you for watching, and trade smart.